Good evening, everyone. It's Lisa and Luna from Don't Run with Scissors. I was working with some of my Dreamweaver stencils and was pretty disappointed with one of the last ones I had run through because I seemed to have gotten a bend in it maybe when I was cleaning it. So I'm going to try one more time, see if my manipulations worked, and I got it a little bit straighter. So we're going to give it a whirl. I am using, again, the Dreamweaver stencil with the pine cones. Very pretty. Good for the upcoming Christmas card season. I have my pink painter's tape that I got with my fiance at Harbor Freight. He thought I needed it. So we'll see if it works any better than the blue tape. I'm doubting it, but we'll see. I'm using regular black cardstock that I got from Hobby Lobby, one of the last times I was there. The cheap pack. I kind of use it to try out my ideas and before anything gets finalized onto the nice expensive cardstock we use. Okay, so now we're all taped down and matted so we can put our embossing paste on. I'm using the Dreamweaver metallic copper embossing paste. I have my popsicle stick here to take some out. Sometimes I like to use my grandmother's really nice frosting knife that I inherited. Makes me think of her every time I work with it and frost cookies. We'll see how this works today, depending on the height of the table. I'm almost 6 feet tall, so sometimes using the stuff's a little difficult with a little popsicle stick. Alright, so I got good coverage here. Now normally I would throw this right into my pool of water, but I have an idea if this doesn't work. For those of you that have multiple hotel keys kicking around, this is a good way to get the excess off. Nice, clean, and smooth. Get that off. A little does go a long way. Alright, so let's see how the pink tape worked. Not too great. Got some black paper coming off with it. Yeah, this is going to be a bad tear. You can feel that one. It's giving it a nice texture. Okay. So now we're just going to lift it carefully and get this piece off here. Again, I would throw this stencil right in the water, but I'm going to give it another whirl, I think. As you can see, a lot of it's kind of gone inside where it shouldn't have, and I'm not crazy about that. You spend good money on your metallic metal stencils and you want them to come out crisp and clean. So I woke up the other day with a theory. Put this aside. We're going to go to the blue painter's tape now. Came up with a theory as I was putting away some new product that I had gotten. Now why not try and use the Art Bin magnetic die sheets? These all hold these dies that we've been getting from Sizzix and Heartfelt Creations and all the other wonderful companies out there, and they're strong and sturdy. They're a good size to work with, and they are pretty secure. I don't know if you've ever worked with them, but when you put something down, it sticks pretty well, and it doesn't move. So I'm going to give this a whirl and see if it will keep my paper and my stencil flat so that I don't get this messiness on the inside. Again, I would have cleaned this off, but we're going to do another one real quick. Try and lay it straight. I felt it suck down with the magnet. And I'm going to hope that this idea works. Going back to the blue painter's tape, so much for Harbor Freight. Okay, now we're going to repeat. Get some of this paste. Smear. Sometimes these popsicle sticks are not the most effective. Those nice spatulas that I actually ordered since I've been doing more with embossing paste lately. This is a little tedious for me. So now I am officially done using this for the evening, so I will throw this right in my little puddle of water here. Give this a clean sweep. Alright, throw that in, give this a cover. And now let's see what magic we have here. Still some issue with the blue painter's tape apparently. Tried not to push it down that hard. But I'll probably die cut this out anyway, so it's not a big deal if it sticks. Wonder if you even really need it with the magnetic. Alright, so we're going to give this a whirl. We're going to give it a peel from this side. A little tricky. You can feel the, probably want to tape the paper down. Well, look at that. It worked. Alright, actually, you know what? We're going to use that real quick. Look at that. Much cleaner. I'm going to have to figure out why we're getting some sticky parts here, but there's a significant difference between the two. I do think anytime I'm going to be using my embossing paste and stencils, I'm going to throw these on the magnetic sheets. I do have one that has already somewhat dried, a little sticky to the touch, but I wanted to give the branches a little bit of green coloring. Let's see if I can clean this off a little bit here. It's very easy to clean, but again, very delicate. But a lot of people can will add some coloring using a mica powder, which is what we're going to do. And the way that you can go about doing that is by taking your die, your metal stencil, excuse me, and placing it right back over the image. I'm not going to push down too much, but just so you can see, you can take your Versamark pen and you can go over the areas that you kind of want to add a little bit of color to. This copper is beautiful, but sometimes you just need a little bit of contrast for something different. So I'm just going to do that corner there. Actually, should have left this on. Let me grab my green Perfect Pearls, which is actually Forever Green. Got my Versamark down. Just going to go over this lightly and see if we can get that to stick. Pull that back up, and you can see that it has stuck, and it's adding a little bit of dimension to that stencil. So it's another easy way. You're going to add the Versamark. I don't know if I was dry enough yet to do that, but just wanted to show that as an option. But I'm very excited that my Dreamweaver stencil now has been resurrected because we can put it right on these magnetic sheets from Art Bin. Very excited, and I thank you for visiting today.